Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that has been on everyone's mind for the past few years: the COVID-19 vaccines. With so much information out there, it can be tough to know what to believe. So, let's take a calm, evidence-based look at what we've learned since they were first introduced. First, let's talk about how these vaccines work, especially the mRNA ones. Think of mRNA as an instruction manual. The vaccine delivers a small piece of these instructions to our cells, teaching them how to recognize the spike protein on the surface of the coronavirus. It's like giving our immune system a picture of the intruder before it even tries to break in. Once our cells read the instructions and build the protein, the mRNA itself is broken down and disappears. Our immune system then creates antibodies and memory cells, preparing us for a real infection. This technology was actually in development for decades, which is why scientists were able to create these vaccines so quickly when the pandemic hit. It wasn't rushed. The groundwork had already been laid. Now, a big question many people have is, are they safe? Major health organizations around the world, like the World Health Organization and the CDC, have continuously monitored the safety of these vaccines through the largest and most intense safety monitoring programs in history. Millions upon millions of doses have been administered globally. Like any vaccine or medication, side effects can occur. Most are mild and temporary, like a sore arm, fatigue, or a headache. These are actually signs that your immune system is learning and building protection. Serious side effects, while they have been reported, are very rare. For instance, myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle, has been observed, particularly in younger males. However, studies consistently show that the risk of developing myocarditis from a COVID-19 infection is significantly higher than from the vaccine. This is a crucial point. When we talk about risks, we have to compare them. We're not choosing between a vaccine and no risk at all. We're often choosing between the small, rare risks of a vaccine and the much larger, more common risks of the illness itself. So, how effective are they? The primary goal of the vaccines was to prevent severe illness, hospitalization, and death. And on that front, the data is overwhelmingly clear. They have been incredibly successful. During the peaks of various waves, data from hospitals worldwide showed that the vast majority of patients in intensive care units were unvaccinated. While it's true that vaccinated people can still get infected, something we call a breakthrough infection, their illness is generally much milder. The vaccines give your body a significant head start in fighting off the virus. Let's also touch on vaccine effectiveness against new variants. As the virus mutates, which all viruses do, the effectiveness of the original vaccines can wane over time. This is why we've seen the introduction of updated booster shots. These boosters are reformulated to target the newer, more dominant variants, much like the annual flu shot is updated each year to match the circulating flu strains. It's a proactive way to keep our immune defenses as strong and up-to-date as possible against the evolving virus. Another common concern is about long-term effects. Because the vaccines are relatively new, we don't have decades of data. However, based on our extensive experience with other vaccines, adverse effects almost always show up within the first few weeks or months. The core components of the vaccine, like the mRNA and the lipid nanoparticles, are cleared from the body very quickly within days. There's no known biological mechanism by which they would cause issues years down the line. Decades of vaccine science give us a high degree of confidence in their long-term safety profile. Now, let's address some of the misinformation that has spread online. You might have heard claims that the vaccines alter your DNA, contain microchips, or cause infertility. These have been thoroughly debunked by the scientific community. The mRNA in the vaccine never enters the nucleus of the cell, which is where our DNA is kept, so it's physically impossible for it to change our genetic code. The microchip theory is pure science fiction, and numerous studies have shown no link between the vaccines and infertility. In fact, contracting COVID-19 itself can pose risks during pregnancy. It's completely normal to have questions and to want to understand what's best for your health. The key is to seek out reliable sources. Your family doctor, local public health authority, and reputable health organizations like the World Health Organization are your best bets for getting accurate, up-to-date information. They base their guidance on rigorous scientific data and a global consensus of medical experts. The journey through this pandemic has been challenging for everyone. It has tested our health systems, our communities, and our own resilience. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or distressed by everything that's happened, please know that you're not alone. It's so important to take care of your mental well-being. Talking to a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional can make a world of difference. There are resources available, and seeking help is a sign of strength. In summary, the scientific and medical consensus is that the COVID-19 vaccines are a safe and effective tool for preventing severe disease. They work by preparing our immune system, and their development was built on decades of prior research. While mild side effects are common and serious ones are very rare, the benefits in protecting against the significant risks of the virus itself are clear. As the virus continues to change, staying informed through credible sources will be our best strategy moving forward. Thank you so much for joining me for this important discussion. I hope this has helped clarify some things and answered some of your questions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content based on science and evidence. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.